Yeah, we're
Here
good.
we are. All right, hello everybody. Coming to you live from Boom Diata, but really from the dining room. So we are here to do some live demonstrations of our DIY kits. I'm Holly, if you don't already know, and this is Mandy. And we are going to do tonight the 4 kits that we have up on the website. You can order the materials there, we mail them to you, and then you can either follow the instructions that are included or you can do them along with us. We're going to put these up on YouTube and you'll be able to do them at your leisure. So here we go. The first one we're going to do today is a dry terrarium. I call it a bird's nest terrarium. This little banner says birds of a feather flock together, and Mandy's says bless this nest.
Aw.
Yeah, you have your choice. So we are going to start with everything that you need. Now for this one, we didn't send you a mason jar, but any jar about this size or even larger will do. You can use the wide mouth, you can use the small mouth. Definitely easier with the wide mouth. And yeah, she's going to be able to put her hand right in there. I'm going to have to get creative, okay? So I have, you all who know me know how I love my little tweezers, but I know we don't all have those. So you can grab some tongs from the grill, you can grab a little, I grabbed a little wooden fork, and if you're adept, chopsticks might be the thing for you. So find something to reach in there with if you have a small opening. But here's what you should have in your kit. You should have a little bird's nest and some reindeer moss. The reindeer moss is the moss that looks kind of like it belongs at the bottom of the ocean. And the Spanish moss is a very stringy moss. And that's what we're going to put in the bottom. So you should have both of those mosses. You should have 3 little bird's eggs. Some are white and some are blue, little speckled eggs. And you should have some artificial little wildflowers, little yellow. About 2 feet of twine. I'm usually a lot more generous than that, but at least 2 feet of twine for the top of your jar. And you're going to have some little book pages, and we're going to cover the tops with those. Now, if you have an old jar like I used for the first one, you may not want to do this step, but there are 1,000 things on Pinterest you can do with these babies. They're really fun. So use them for something. We're all bored right now, so there's a purpose. All right, and then your banner, whatever you chose for it to say. So here we go. If you have a lid, we're going to do the lid first and then set it aside.
Oh, okay.
You can cover just the top if you want to, or you can cover the top and the sides. So I'll show you how to do that. Now, some people like to just wrap it and glue it down in big sheets, or you can get really crafty and decoupage-y. And you can rip it up. Any kind of glue will do, okay? You don't have to have fancy tacky glue, and this is just Elmer's, happens to be clear. But
Thanks.
Share
Your glue. Sharing is caring. ... not a lot.
Somebody's a preschool teacher.
That's not true. Actually, the ... not a lot is not true. You probably do need a lot of glue.
Not really. Just get it on there however makes you happy. I'm sounding like Bob Ross, huh?
Well, somebody oughta. I like to pick the words that I like, so
Happy little book pages.
you can see what words you got. You might recognize the hymn
Right.
that it came from, because all these are from the books that we have hollowed out over time.
Yes. Nothing goes to waste. So I'm not sure I like this PC kind of thing.
Well, I don't think I like this random thing. picky as we are, this could take you some time.
So, okay.
How'd you do this on the other one?
Like you just did.
Did you just leave it like that? Or did you cut it?
I added more.
Mm.
Now see, most things don't start out fabulous. They just don't. You have to just...
You're right. You're right. It
you
feels
just-
wrong.
If we just keep going.
Did
it
you
comes to-
overlap them on the other one?
Nope.
You didn't? You just left it like that?
Yes, but then I put another one on there and put it over the side.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ripping
It's
it.
not scripted, y'all.
I have not done any of these, can you tell?
Now
so
see,
I'm as ignorant as you. I'll try to
there
ask
you
the
go.
right questions.
And then when you put the lid over, woo,
Yeah, we may have to go hold some things up when they're done. Walk around the giant
Alright,
table.
so you
hold
could
things
either
up.
put it on like that and just put your twine around.
Oh, okay, yeah, it does look cute once you're done.
It does, it does.
I
it
think
does.
that you should hold that up to the.
I did.
No, I know, but like, go hold it up to.
Somebody's telling me what to do.
That's what I'm here for. Cause then I'll hold mine up.
Option number 1.
I'm ripping mine and putting it around the edges. So, because I don't like when you can see metal. I don't like it. Okay.
Yeah. So
See, that's
Bowmaster is having trouble
you can't make a bow.
with
God
her
help
bow.
us.
Okay, so
It really is the apocalypse. Mom can't make a bow.
now if you want to be really fancy, you could put glue on top so that they all meld together and let it dry, and that would be fabulous too.
I do like
You
that.
can tie your twine right around your metal lid, or I'm going to go back and cover my lid with book pages as well.
What? Oh, the gold part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I like it better with the metal.
Here's how you do that. You just have to cut strips. And
Yeah, that makes sense. Make a rim.
make a rim. One.
Like we need.
We need music.
I was gonna say it. It's crickets in here when we're concentrating.
You
Sorry.
all who know us know that we don't need music.
Well, we threatened the musician in the basement if you make noise. So we took the music away.
So we dropped the ball on that one.
We did. I'll figure it out for the next movie. Maybe by the second kit.
Yes. Stay tuned. We're doing all 4 of the kits that we have up right now.
But we will stop in between. You know,
This evening.
strike the set.
All right.
I'm not having good luck here. I'm very gluey. I'm gonna do your thing and just put a bunch of glue on the top. We're gonna see how that works.
All right, so you need to decide what the front is going to be. That's one decision you need to make. Now, if you have a really clear jar with no letters on it, then you're good to go. If you have a ball jar like this, then to decide whether you want to see that or whether you want to use the back, and so that you'll see your bird's nest better. What's going on over there?
Oh, no one needs to know. Well, I took your suggestion.
You did, and it's good.
It's cool now, but
very good.
I feel like my 4-year-olds. I have glue everywhere.
Doesn't hurt.
So if I put it in here now, is that a bad idea? Oh, so cute.
It is very
Yeah,
cute.
okay. It did turn out okay. But I better let it dry first. So it does look kind of weird before you get that nice little cap on, for the record. Do not dismay.
Yes, the glue on top, fabulous.
It does
if
look
you
cool.
have time, which I am guessing you probably do.
I mean, I had time. There it is. It's gonna, I can't put the lid on right now though. It's gonna take some time to dry.
All right.
I can't make the edges stick. Need a wipe, a baby wipe. I'm sorry.
It's just not that serious. All right. So. Here's option number 2 with the edges covered, and then you put your twine around.
I'm here.
Just like that.
Totally cute.
Yes. Put a little glue on top of mine and let this, so we're going to set this aside.
Is this gonna get stuck to your placemat? Is that a bad choice? Good choices, boys and
I
girls.
don't know, but look how brilliant this is.
Okay, alright. You're smarter than me, I get it.
Cute. All right, here we go. Let's make our terrarium. Oh, after
Okay.
all that.
Do you need the paper towel?
No, I don't. All right, we're going to start with our Spanish moss. That's the stringy stuff. Goes right in the bottom.
You need to pull it, like make it cool.
And this Spanish moss, by the way, no, well, whatever you like. Again, whatever makes you happy.
I don't know what makes me happy.
This is
I
chartreuse,
need
by
you
the
to
way,
tell me.
which is the color of the year. I don't know who thought that was.
Listen, you guys, she's been so mad about this for months. I can't even tell you. She's been so mad about this.
But it grows on you. It really does. Okay.
She's yelled about chartreuse for months.
And then your bird's nest. Now, if you have a wide mouth jar, this is going to be so easy. You should be able to, pretty much put your
Pop it in.
reindeer moss and your eggs in before you put them in the jar.
Oh.
But put a little bit of glue in there if you are particular about how they land and how they look and how you want them. Then you should put a little bit of glue. Well, you put yours.
No, go ahead. I
No
don't know.
glue.
I don't know what I want.
If you have a small mouth jar, it's going to be a little tricky to get your bird's nest in. So you have to put it in all by itself so the eggs don't fall out.
That was a lot of work.
All right, I think
The reindeer moss all goes in the nest. Is that its
Yes.
purpose?
yes.
Okay. That's
It's
the
that fuzzy-
spongy
Yep.
stuff.
You can tear it apart if you would like to tear it apart. That's no problem. Since my nest had to go in alone, I'm just going to take my glue and actually just go around a little bit and pour some in there.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea either way.
And then I'm going to drop my eggs in.
Plop.
1, 2, and 3. And take my something, and arrange them. So they're cute.
They're slippery. They're slippery eggs.
They are very slippery. So
I
it
feel
might-
like even if you don't
I
have
saw-
the narrow one, you should do that anyway. You should glue.
well,
They're kind of tricky.
just in case
And I think I don't like all this reindeer
somebody in
moss.
the house decides to pick it up and shake it.
Or your cat decides to knock it over.
It happens.
We hear a lot of cat stories.
Yep.
I am taking some of my reindeer moss out. Because
Okay, there we go. I think that's cute.
it was too much.
So, I like the way they're sitting.
So you didn't just stick big old things of reindeer moss in yours either, right?
I didn't. I'm doing that.
Oh,
now.
it's after.
It's whatever you want.
This is why we do these videos.
I
Oh.
like to put the eggs in first and then just push them up with the reindeer moss.
Well, I did the opposite. I put my reindeer moss in first. But I made it thin first, because if you just stick the big old spongy things in, it doesn't, your eggs don't fit. So you can rip it.
Break it down to tiny. That's great.
And then throw the rest
You
somewhere
just
else.
want to tuck it in there so it looks
Yeah, totally.
like Mama Bird gave them a nice soft place to be.
Do you think I need glue?
That's what we're after. So there we go. If you can see that, I'll bring
Glue
it
your
around.
eggs. For real. Glue your eggs.
All right, here we are. You see that? Hope so. All right, how's it coming?
Taking my time.
Goodness. All right.
Listen, you've done like a bunch of these.
I haven't.
1, 2, more than one.
All right, while we're waiting for Mandy,
Listen.
you can go ahead and trim up your little banner.
I'm the one doing it for the first time here, like they are.
Hopefully, I did a good job trimming out your banner, but if not, feel free.
I have a song for that too.
What?
Scissors. Thumb on top. Thumb on top. Stuck at home, I don't have students. Alright. So,
Trimming, trimming, trimming.
maybe. No?
Want a chopstick?
No, I can't get my hand in there. I just tried to position them and then put the whole nest in, and it just didn't work that way. They don't. They're laying weird, and I don't like it. Sorry.
All right. Banner is all ready. All right. Now, this was not in your kit, but I figure we all have a stick in the yard somewhere. So I like to add one. It's really not necessary, but I like to add some kind of little stick in there.
It is cute.
It is cute. So let's see here. You want to tuck the twig or stick or whatever you have at the back of your nest. Add as many as you like. Oh. And then when you get your little twigs in there, you can work on your little yellow wildflowers. These also I put at the back of the nest. You can drop a little glue in there again.
wish you would use the giant tweezers.
I'm sorry, am I cheating?
A little bit.
Okay.
But yours is harder. Mine is. Whoop. Mine I can get my hand into, so.
This
Stealing your stick.
isn't rocket science, guys. They can just kind of lay in there.
That's a hard no.
What?
Nope. This. My flower is being finicky.
One, two, and three. And then, if you like, drop a little bit of glue on top of them so they stay put.
I'm a rebel. I glue anything.
All right, now it's time for your banner. There it is. If you can reach inside of your jar, then you probably can just put it in there because you can play with it. If you have the small mouth, I like to put a little tiny dot of glue on one side, tiny dot of glue on the other side. That way, you can stick it to the side of the jar. Ta-da! And then we take our lid.
Mine is still drying though.
Bows on the wrong side here. Ta-da!
Yay!
Yay!
Totally fun.
There you are. And even though you have some real preserved moss in here, there is nothing in here that is wet at all. And so you will never have to take care of this baby at all. Put it wherever you want it. It will stay the same and just as cute forever.
It's a Mandy-proof project.
Yes, it is. So bless your nest, and we'll see you on the next project.